Hi everyone, CJ here as always. Happy New Year, welcome to 2021, and what better way to start the year than finding out the top 20 of the best shows voted by SpoilerTV staff and viewers. So, let's begin. So, SpoilerTV had a staff choice of 2020 and a reader's choice of 2020, covering 304 TV shows and over 48,000 different voters. And we had a staff choice which included The Mandalorian, The Queen's Gambit, Dead to Me, but the readers included Winona Earp, Motherland Fort Salem, Doctor Who, Lucifer, Pierre and Both. But what does that mean? We have contradicting results, so which shows are the best? So we decided to combine them and give it a rank and a point score. So for example, if a show came 3rd and 12th, they'd have total points of 15. So whichever show has the lowest point score would be the top show of 2020. So let's find out what is the best shows voted by you guys and the SpoilerTV staff. So coming in 20th place with a vote of 45th by the staff and 64 points overall, it's Outlander, the historical romance and the time travel series on Starz about a British nurse who travels through time and finds love and adventure with a rather dashing Jamie Fraser back in the 17th century. In 19th came 25th in the staff vote and 38th in the reader vote with a total of 63 points was HBO's Westworld, set in a not too distant future following human-like machines battling to be seen as human, starring award-winning Evan Rachel Wood and Thandie Newton, with award-winning performances each season. Well, my personal opinion anyway, it's a highly enjoyable, and if you like in-depth storytelling and twists and turns, it's definitely something to consider. In 18th place, that came 23rd in the staff vote and 35th in the readers and had a total of 58 points, was CBS's Picard. The return of the fan favourite captain Jean-Luc Picard, starring Sir Patrick Stewart as the title captain, was a hit and a welcome return for Picard. CBS was on to a winner and it did not disappoint the Star Trek community or critics on a whole. In 17th, it came 10th for the staff, but 48th for readers, which means it had a total of 58 points, but because it had a higher staff vote, even though it had the same points as Picard, it just beats it, and it's Netflix's The Crown. The drama chronicles the life of Queen Elizabeth II from the 1940s to modern times. With an ever-changing cast as Elizabeth becomes older, it becomes more interesting and the dynamics of the show change, which makes it a highly popular show and a very interesting watch. And its new season has just recently appeared on Netflix, so make sure you log on and have a look at that. And now in 16th place, which came 12th place for staff but 42nd for the readers, it's Amazon's The Boys. If you're a fan of blood, gore, vulgarity and dark humour that you would never see in a DC and Marvel TV series, then this is definitely the show for you. Season 2 just aired just before the end of the year with great success, and Season 3 is due later this year in 2021. Not all superheroes are good people, and this show certainly shows it. Now in 15th, coming 34th in the staff choice but 17th in the readers, it's the long-running ABC show and one of the most popular shows on SpoilerTV is Grey's Anatomy. A show doesn't get the 17 seasons and not be a fan favourite. With no sign of letting up anytime soon either, the hospital drama may continue to appear in the top 20 for at least another 2-3 years in the future. That brings us to 14th place, a new show for 2020 compared to Grey's Anatomy. It came 32nd in staff choice but 10th in the reader, and that show, as a one that I personally enjoyed and thought was just a bit of cheesy fun, it was Warrior Nun. The story of a young girl who inherits ancient powers and makes friends with a secret society of warrior nuns. It's a bit like Buffy, but more churches. I know that's hard to believe it was Buffy, but yeah, it's worth checking out on Netflix. In 13th, it came 5th in the staff choice, but only 37th with readers, and that is the comedy Dead to Me, a comedy looking at how grief affects people but focusing more on the comedic side of it. Season 3 will unfortunately be its final season in 2021, which I'm sure many fans will be disappointed and be sad to see it go. In 12th place, even though this show came 3rd in the reader vote, it only came 37th in the staff, hence it not making it to the top 10, and that was Motherland Fort Salem from Freeform. Highly popular on the SpoilerTV site with readers, it's about witches using their powers to fight for the government rather than being persecuted by them. So many visitors to the site enjoy this show, so it could be one of the ones you may want to check in 2021. In 11th place and just outside of the top 10, coming in 21st for staff and 18th for readers with a total of 39 points, it's the popular comedy One Day at a Time. The family comedy was fighting to stay on the air but being passed from different channels, and unfortunately it just couldn't survive for season 5. But that doesn't mean fans don't love it just as much, and it just didn't make the top 10. And just beating One Day at a Time with 39 points, and only getting slightly higher in the staff ranking, it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a comedy show again which struggled to find a place when it got cancelled but managed to come back, and it's a great show about New York cops that somehow, as silly as they are, always manage to solve the crimes. It has a strong cast, they have some great dynamics, and it is definitely a show that I feel has got stronger since its cancellation. In 9th place, it is a show that came 9th in the staff list and 29th in the reader, giving it 38 points overall, is Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist from NBC. Starring Jane Levy, the musical comedy had a strong first season and will be returning soon for a second season. Actually, it's probably on the air now as watching this, but yeah, the musical numbers are always great, it's got a great following, and I'm sure it's going to continue with its success in 2021. That leaves us with 8th place, with 29th in the staff poll, but 8th in the reader, giving it a total of 38, and just beating 8th place is Umbrella Academy, a highly entertaining and funny look at the dysfunctional family of super-powered people. It can be found on Netflix, and personally I think it has some of the best openings on TV shows in its first episodes. And yeah, it's definitely worth a shout. Check it out. In 7th is a show that would have been one of my picks. It was 11th on staff and 16th on readers, and it's Netflix's Sex Education. It's a great show covering subjects that you don't necessarily see on other shows, but it does it in a funny and informative and heartwarming way. And it's a topic that many young people face, and it's not just about sex. And I highly recommend this show just for the story, the acting, and the amazing cast. That brings us to the 6th. Again, another Netflix show that came 4th in the staff choice, but only 20th in the readers, and this is the hit show The Queen's Gambit. The story of a female chess prodigy set in the 50s and 60s, which has renewed the world's interest in chess. And it's been getting rave reviews from both viewers and critics, and no doubt will be getting a few awards in awards season. And now the top 5. The next show came 2nd in the staff choice, but only 21st in the reader, and it's a show I will miss seeing on TV, and that is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. A show that had a troubled start, but became one of the best Marvel shows, and had a fitting end last year, and I'm going to be absolutely gutted to see it go, but it had a really good ending that I was happy with. In 4th place was the number 1 pick by SpoilerTV, but it only came 22nd for readers, and that is the comedy Schitt's Creek at 23 points. The comedy just finished its final season and won many awards over the year, and is now available on Netflix, and it's a highly recommended comedy. And now the top 3. Placing 17th in staff but 4th in the readers with a total of 21 is one of my favourite shows and one I'm constantly tweeting about. It's Netflix's Lucifer. Going from a show that was cancelled like Brooklyn Nine-Nine to one of the hottest properties on Netflix, it's the story of the devil having a vacation on Earth, but it is so much more than that. It's a dark, funny and crime drama that should be something you may enjoy. And now the top 2. In 2nd place, it was 3rd for staff, 14th for readers, and this is my pick for top show of 2020. It was Disney's The Mandalorian. It's a great space epic, I can't even talk, I'm that excited, but it's set in the Star Wars universe with great characters, great individual episodes, and visually it's stunning. It's one of the best shows on Disney+. And finally, in first place is the only show to be in both top 10s. It came 8th for staff and 2nd for readers, and that is Netflix's The Haunting of Bly Manor. The next chapter in the Haunting series stepped back from jump scares and went more psychological thriller, and it included some more genuine and relatable characters that tells a heartwarming story, even though it's set in a spooky and scary environment. The Haunting of Bly Manor is a top show, and it deserves the top spot because readers, staff and critics have really enjoyed it. And that's it. That is SpoilerTV's definitive top 20 shows voted by over 48,000 people. But that's just our opinion. What would you have put as the top show for 2020? Let me know in the comments. Is there any shows that you think maybe should have made it in that didn't make it? Also, you can find the links to the staff's top 20 and the readers' top 20 in the description below, so please check that out. And obviously, why not subscribe? 2021 could be the year where you see some amazing videos here on SpoilerTV with the latest trailers, promos and articles just a click away. I was CJ, thank you for watching, and let's have a great 2021 in TV. Bye for now.